Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So we're going over to Oakham Ales now, and I really like Oakham Ales. I've over the last year, since we piled up with the Happy Drinkers, or we called ourselves the Happy Drinkers. It's a group of six of us, predominantly six, but it can raise to more than that when the rest of them join us. And it's six beer drinkers, well, four beer drinkers, two lager drinkers, although technically the Lisa does like a stout, so she's good for a stout. And my cask beer journey exploded in this last year, and that's what I've changed the channel to promote beer reviews, craft beer reviews, obviously wine and whatnot, but cask beer reviews and also keg, obviously, if I'm in a keg pub that does keg, is a predominant thing on the channel, because supporting breweries and pubs that way is also really important to me, albeit in a shorter focused on what the beer tastes like rather than yakking like I am there. So anyway, this is from the Morrisons The Best range. Oh, it's the best. The best. Yeah, there's a lot of people who think they're the best. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, Oakham American Pale Ale. I will read what it says on the bottle. Crystal clear, as you can see. Brewed exclusively for Morrisons, a collaboration between the award-winning Cambridgeshire craft beer legends at Oakham Ales and Morrisons. The result is a classic American pale ale, bursting with citrus and tropical hop flavours. 4.5% it is. So we'll crack it open. And what I do like, and I will say this, if people from Morrisons ever watch these beer reviews, not that you probably don't anyway, but someone's bound to at some stage, I like the fact that the brewery get the mention too many times. Is it some random supermarket with their random taste of difference, blah blah blah, Harper's Brewing Company, you know where I'm going. And the brewery are just hidden, and I hate that. Brewery's name's on the bottle, good, because you damn well know Oakham aren't going to put their name on a bottle, and that beer's not going to be decent. There's some strange noises these days on my shed. I was hearing noises yesterday, and it felt like somebody was doing stuff outside the shed. And it's like, hey, it sounds like something's going across the roof of the shed. You go out, there's nothing there. Freaky. Anyway, back to the beer. So yeah, Oakham Ales. Now I tell you what, if I was speaking, not I don't know if anybody from Oakham Ales even watches these videos, but if I was speaking to anybody from Oakham Ales, I would love. Don't know if it's possible. I don't know if you're interested. I'd love to see you at Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer Festival at the cricket ground, Trent Bridge Cricket Ground. But your range of cask beer and your cask specials, obviously, there's another side of that. There's a cost side, obviously, to come into any beer festival. That's not really my interest in that. But I think Oakham would be a massive addition. Being a more traditional cask beer brewer would be a great place to showcase beers at Nottingham, and yeah, a certain Raggy's beer reviews would obviously be in attendance, and I'm tempted, not that I can afford it, but I'm tempted to do 2 or 3 days this year over at the Robin Hood Beer Festival. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go. I'm definitely hoping to go for the trade day. I should tap up at least one of my friends who's in the brewery trade and say, any chance of a trade ticket? And then also, I'll probably get multiple offers then, but then also maybe doing 2 days, maybe do a Friday, and maybe even the Saturday. We'll see how our pennies go, because it's all down to pennies. So, as we can see, it's a golden pour. Very small head on this. Let's dive in. So, 5 minutes already. Can you hear that? The branches on the tree next door must be rubbing across my shed roof. Not having that. Ooh. So for what you would look at as a trad beer, there's a good aroma on that. Tropical aroma. I would say I got mango and pineapple straight away. I would say. I doubt myself sometimes, and you know, sometimes when you drink something and you get a flavour and then you think, did I get that? And sometimes you've got to go with your first instinct, like when you watch some of these, like The Chase, or the what's the other one, Tipping Point. Now when you're watching them and you know your first instinct is the best instinct, because usually 9 times out of 10 it's right. And like I say, you don't put your name on the beer if that beer is not spot on. And that's what I like. I like that. I like the fact that the name's on the beer. And well played, Morrisons, for this. You know, well played to go into a decent brewery to brew your beer, for starters. And again, I need to get down to Oakham Ales in Peterborough one day. It's a 2-hour trek from my house down to Peterborough. I've done it when my daughter went to university there. That's peeing me off, that is. Oh. Oh, that is really, really nice. I sometimes overlook, I don't know if anybody else does, you know, the own brand tastes different, you know, Morrison's the best. I sometimes overlook them for review purposes. But when a beer's like this and tasting so damn nice, and obviously the price is decent as well these days. Obviously, pricing is an issue these days, but obviously the breweries, it ain't cheap for the breweries, and I do hope that the supermarkets aren't being greedy with their, you know, with what they take from it. As an ex-supermarket worker, yeah, certain supermarket beginning with S. Yes, greed. Yeah, and it seems to be happening across all supermarkets at the moment. Certainly in the petrol sector and the food sector, and yeah, what we need is a price war. Stop paying these shareholders that are already rich. If you're a shareholder, you're rich enough as it is. Yeah, it's the poor people that are suffering. Bit of compassion for the poor people of the world. And yep, I'm in that bottom 10% of the population for wages. I have to work silly hours to get my money up to do anything. And yeah, it was a bone of contention for me. Should I have gone for a different job in my younger days? Possibly. But I like what I do. Job satisfaction and all that. but it still winds me up. You know, the human race, it fails in the most simplest of things at times. But anyway, on with the beer. Yeah, it's a beer review, not a life lecture. But anyway, yeah, tasting nice. I at the Star Inn in Beeston, possibly one of the best cask pubs. Well, it was last year. Whether it stays that, there's been a change. The lad who was looking after the cask and the buying side of things has left. So I'm hoping it stays the same, and I'm hoping they've had one tap takeover this year so far. We're into May now, and it's a bit, for me, it's a bit lackluster. We've got so many breweries on the doorstep. Oakham Ales isn't on our doorstep. It's in Peterborough, Cambridgeshire, not Nottinghamshire, not Derbyshire or Lincolnshire. Was it Lincoln? Yeah, no, it's Cambridgeshire, isn't it? Of course it is. And yet they've come to Nottingham to do you know, a tap takeover, and it went really well. I had all the beers. Review them all as you do, and yeah, it was nice day out. I was gutted if I'd missed any of them, especially the fruit crumble porter, if memory serves me correctly. And that's hence why I say that I'd love them to come to Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer Festival. That would be amazing. I don't know if Oakham do beer festivals in that respect, and certainly Nottingham beer festivals. But I certainly feel that amongst all the crafty bars that are going to be there this year, and I know there's going to be craft beer bars this year because it's getting bigger and bigger. It's going back to what it was pre-COVID, and yeah, that would be. I personally think there's certainly a place there. I just wish beer festivals did smaller, like a one token, like that much, so I can do a quick cask review. I literally can't drink thirds and halves all day long because I'll be steaming. And it's not the money side. Well, it is the money side of things, but it's not the money side of things. Oh, that is tasting absolutely spot on. Refresh my memory because I've already forgot. Been doing it 13 minutes. I've already forgot. Yeah, citrus and tropical hop flavours. Yeah, and the tropical was like winning over the citrus, but certainly tropical. Gotta say, I dare say there's another version, another name for this on cask. And if it makes its way to the Star Inn Beeston, that would be amazing. Yeah, there's only so many times I can review Oakham Citra, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah, I know. There'll be like 50 reviews. They'll be looking at, there's someone who'll go onto the internet and they'll say, oh, let's see what this Oakham Citra is like. We'll go on YouTube, see if anybody's reviewed it. And there's 50 reviews by Raggy of Oakham Citra. Yeah. I've had to stop doing that now. I just can't bring myself to keep reviewing the same beers. Although, every 6 months or so, yeah, that's fair play because beers may change for cost reasons and whatnot. But in the grand scheme of things, most beers don't. So, in any case, forget all the waffle. Here's the review. So, obviously, the head dissipated quite quickly on this. The aroma. hints of tropical on the aroma for certain. A lovely aroma on it. Gotta say, mango and pineapple, I thought. On the taste, predominantly tropical, but it tasted so damn nice. I really enjoyed this. If you've not had it before, and you've had Oakham before, you know their beers. It's a lovely tropical American pale ale. Yep, it's trad, but there's certainly that bridge between the crafty world and the trad world there. In my opinion, it's got good taste to it, without being stupidly expensive. Out of 5 for me, good 4.55. Wow, that was nice. And that is it for this review. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going up the arse because I'm knackered. Cheers all.